Welcome to another edition of the Everlast Power Video Series. In this edition, we'll introduce the all-new PowerMTS 250S. It's a multi-process Synergic MIG, TIG, and stick welder from Everlast. It's part of our multi-process line that ranges from 200 to 500 amps. The PowerMTS 250S design features a 250 amp MIG and TIG function with a 200 amp stick function with a 35% duty cycle on all functions. The unit is also capable of welding with cellulose-based electrodes such as a 6010. The basic design includes an IGBT-based inverter, microprocessor control of major functions, a heavy-duty wire feeder assembly, a digital display with digital operator input controls, a Euro-style quick connect for the MIG gun, standard 35 series DENS connectors, and a 240 volt one-phase power input in the North American markets. Main features include Synergic and manual MIG function with a waveform control, DC lift start TIG with a foot pedal or remote switch control, stick with arc force control, and as an option you may purchase a spool gun which has both Synergic and manual capability. Additional features include a 9-program memory, 2T and 4T torch trigger function for MIG and TIG, pre and post flow control for MIG, pre-flow and post-flow along with up and down slope control for TIG, and a burn back timer for MIG to provide better restarting. The front panel is conveniently laid out and easy to use. The basic process menu is controlled through a single selector button. Each time you press the button, you will cycle down through the process menu. From top to bottom, the processes include TIG, stick, MIG, Synergic MIG, spool gun, or Synergic spool gun. Although the unit includes spool gun function and settings, the spool gun itself is an option. The welder features a 9-program memory. This allows you to set up and save 9 different favorite program settings that record the process and its parameters. To save a program, select a program where you want to store the program. Then simply press and hold the selector button for 3 seconds and release. The light will turn green to indicate the program is saving, then revert back to red once it has been saved. The 2T, 4T, and pedal functions change the way the welder operates with the torque switch or foot pedal control of the amps. For TIG, you have the option of 2T, 4T, or pedal control. For MIG, you have the option of 2T or 4T switch control only. While using the foot pedal in TIG mode, you can set the maximum amps that the pedal controls on the panel. However, when the pedal is initially plugged in, the unit will display the minimum operating amps of 10 amps. When the maximum amperage is being adjusted, the unit changes modes and displays the maximum amps that are being selected. Once amp selection is finished, the unit will revert back to the minimum amp display and will reflect the true value of welder output while the pedal is in use. While using the welder in MIG mode, the unit displays both wire feed speed in inches per minute and voltage. However, when used in the Synergic MIG mode, the unit display function changes to display the amperage and voltage. While welding, both modes will dynamically display voltage and amperage. When used with the spool gun, the unit behaves the same way, reading in wire feed speed and voltage for regular spool gun operation. Then in Synergic spool gun mode, the display reads in amps and voltage. To set up the Synergic MIG mode for use, first select the Synergic MIG process, then select the metal type, whether it's mild steel, stainless, or an aluminum alloy. Then select the wire diameter that will be used. This will define the parameters for the microprocessor to continuously offer a good combination of wire speed and voltage. The knob controls offer value selection for the parameters, whether it's volts, amps, stick arc force control, or waveform control. The volt and amp control knobs offer fine adjustment of amps and volts. This offers precise control but may be slow to adjust the welder throughout the entire range. To increase adjustment speed, push in on the control knob to adjust in greater increments. The Waveform control is an advanced adjustment available in any of the MIG modes. It's often referred to as inductance. The use of this control helps to adjust the arc characteristics. Used at the minimum setting, the arc may seem stiff and the puddle may be narrow and cold feeling. Used at the maximum adjustment, the pitch of the arc will be lower, the arc will be wider, and the puddle will wet in more easily. To set up TIG and MIG gas flow settings or TIG up and down slope settings, select the process, then select the parameter you wish to adjust. All of these parameters will display in seconds. Keep in mind that the MIG uses pre and post flow settings only. Using too long of a pre-flow time on MIG or TIG will delay starting time. Also remember, if you are welding in the TIG mode with the foot pedal, you will need to turn the up and down slope setting to 0. The burn back control timer is located under the cover of the welder just above the wire feed mechanism. This control is functional during MIG modes only. It keeps the arc energized up to 1.5 seconds after the wire feeding stops. This allows the wire to gently burn back to the correct restart length and prevents constant retrimming of the wire. When welding in stick mode, not only can you adjust the amperage, you can also set the arc force control on the welder. Sometimes referred to as dig, this feature helps prevent sticking while welding. It greatly improves arc performance by automatically increasing amps as the voltage falls in a short arc situation. In the next several videos, we'll feature additional information about the PowerMTS 250S from Everlast. We'll include segments about welding performance, accessories, general setup, and more in-depth explanation of the Synergic MIG operation. If you have any questions regarding the purchase, setup, or use of the PowerMTS 250S, please contact us at the number listed at the end of the video.